There's a cinema in my hometown that no one ever goes to. Last night, I found out the horrifying reason why. It was Halloween night, and I just wanted to be alone. So I booked a ticket at the cinema in my hometown called the Royale. In 30 years, I'd never seen a single person go in or come out, ever. It was the perfect place to watch The Conjuring. When I walked in, the lobby was empty. "Hello," I called, no answer. I shrugged and walked into the theater, and that's when I saw him. A man sitting alone in the middle row. I froze. In all the years I'd known about this place, I had never seen another person walk in. He had a dark cloak on and looked almost 7 feet tall. My heart started beating a little faster, but then I thought maybe he just wanted to appreciate a good movie. So I walked over and sat beside him. The movie had already started, and on the screen, it was the part where Annabelle moves her hands to the boyfriend's neck, and that's when I smelled it. It was this thick, sour odor that crawled into my nose and wouldn't leave. I tried to breathe through my mouth, but the man smelled so bad that I could almost taste it. I glanced over at him, trying not to be obvious. He wasn't moving, not even a little bit. I couldn't even tell if he was breathing. I tried to face the screen, just trying to focus on the movie. That's when it happened. Bang! Annabelle clapped her hands behind the woman going down the basement, and the entire screen went completely black. While the cinema was pitch black, I felt something touch my arm. It was the man's hand, and it was ice cold. I flinched so hard I almost screamed. I turned to look at him, and his face was inches from mine. His skin was pale, almost gray. His eyes were open, but they looked glassy and unfocused. And then he spoke. His voice came out in this raspy whisper that I'll never forget. "Run while you can." I moved to the seat beside me, my whole body shaking. I was terrified. I didn't understand what was happening. I stared at the screen, trying to pretend he wasn't there, trying to convince myself I had imagined it. Then I felt his hand again, this time on my shoulder, gripping hard. We locked eyes, and my entire body went cold. Suddenly, his eyes changed. They went completely black. No whites, no pupils, just two dark, empty holes staring right through me. And then they started to melt. Thick, dark liquid streaming down his face like tears made of tar. His mouth opened, but no sound came out. Just this horrible gurgling noise from somewhere deep in his throat. I screamed. I screamed louder than I've ever screamed in my life. I ripped myself away from his grip and ran. I ran through the theater, through the empty lobby, and burst out onto the street. I called 911 with shaking hands, barely able to get the words out. There's a man in the theater. Something's wrong with him. The police arrived in minutes. They went inside while I waited by the curb, sobbing, unable to stop picturing those black, melting eyes. When they came back out, one of the officers walked over to me. His face was grim. "Ma'am, the man in there, he's dead." I started rocking back and forth. The officer continued, and that's when he said something that made everything make sense. "It looks like he took a lot of medication before going into the theater, and he planned on dying from an overdose while watching the film." I asked, "Is that why he chose the theater no one ever goes to go to?" The officer nodded. "It's actually a common thing in this town. People who are suicidal come here because they know it's empty, and they overdose and pass away while watching their favorite movie." I thought about when he told me to run. He wasn't trying to scare me. He knew what was about to happen, and he didn't want me to see him die. I still think about it every night.